corner. I think we can probably look through that on our own and make appropriate cuts. Patty, you're up.
What can I say? Everything is the same as last year that we asked for, except we added $6,000 in the prosecutor's budget for supplies. And that's what we were asked to do.
What does that entail? What kind of supplies you would buy?
Well, it goes for...
Is that your computer contract and everything too?
Oh, no. No, that's printing. We have a lot of printing, and we won't have as much printing as we used to because we've come a long way there. But we have printing. We have folders, pens, pencils, paper. Not paper, but...
Back when we had supplies, is that a similar figure to what you used before?
It's probably a little bit higher, but the reason why I chose the 6,000 is because that's what we asked for in Title 40.
Jenny, not all the offices, are all the offices buying, or is the county buying bulk?
We're not buying bulk. They're all using GovPro, which saves tons of money. We're not buying bulk.
I mean, though.
Paper, we're buying bulk.
Okay,
That's
but
the only thing.
pencils and pens and that, we're not doing it that way.
We're just using GovPro, which is the same cost to all the departments that the school, like anyone who's a government or school agent gets the same price. It's like 50% of what we normally, up to 75. Patty can even vouch for some boxes that she went to buy and she ran out and she paid as much for 10 boxes as she paid for the 50 or 100 boxes that she previously
At Heinen's.
At Heinen's, which, you know, we were dedicated Heinen. I don't have a problem with Heinen's, but we were paying, like she said, almost 6 to 10 times what we should have been all along. So we are buying as a group price with all the schools and all the other governments and towns and cities. As far as us going to say we need 500 blue pens, we're just getting the cost as we're buying 500.
And I'll probably have to say that we probably won't need that much because we're not buying print cartridges anymore. And I mean, we just come a long way as far as I'm concerned with the supplies as a whole county. Right? I just think it's made a huge difference to what we normally would spend. So, and that, like I said, that was just a figure that I thought might be good because that's what's in 4D.
Drug task force money is the same as last year?
That's the crime control. Yeah, we put down 4,000. That's the same as it was last year.
Caseworker 4 from your 0147 Title 4D account to another account. Is that?
Well, that was, Jenny and I talked about that. I guess there's money dedicated for 4D in the county general fund that they can't spend for anything else. it's for every dollar that we spend in our child support program, we get 66 cents back, or the county gets 66 cents back. And they've designated that money now only to be used for 4D.
So you're able to move an entire.
An entire person will now be paid out of that.
Maximus, that's the money Maximus comes up with. If you look on your fund thing, it's the incentive money is $88.95, $88.97, and $88.99. And again, if you look at those amounts put together, it's, well, almost $200,000 we've collected since they've brought those funds in 2 years ago? Probably 2 years ago. And they put such strict restrictions on what you can spend that money, but again, you can use it for wages, FICA, Medicare, group insurance, and that's one of the costs. So the same thing that the clerk is paying her Lisa Rossiter out of the clerk incentive, I told Patty, since the county general one, we haven't had any expenditures out of it because no one's taken the time to look to see what it can be expensed on, that at least one caseworker, if not possibly two, can later be pulled out of that account. Because like she said, for every dollar we collect, 66 cents goes back in to just these select accounts. So it's saving county general, but it also is being used the way the state set up the funds to be used for.
Is there much fluctuation between the money coming in on those particular items?
Money coming in.
No, it's just whatever I spend. I report to the state every month what we spend out of 4D funds. And it's usually, relatively. And it hasn't always been, like that. It used to just come back into county general and it was just used up, and now they've put a stipulation on it